Hello everybody and welcome to Sal Plays Prison Architect. So this is a new series I'm starting. We probably won't play for very long. There's a few things on Prison Architect that I want to experiment with, which is why we're calling this our Salcatraz experiment. Alpha 28 has just been released and there's all kinds of exciting new features. We can now assign different kitchens to different canteens. We can have different canteens and laundries service specific wings of a prison, and all of this has given me the excuse to do what I've wanted to do for such a long time, which is to start with a very large map and plan out a great big prison before I actually start playing it. I don't know why I've wanted to do this, quite what drives this desire, but I've wanted to do it for so long and this is just the excuse I've been waiting for. So I've spent, it must be, oh gosh, almost 6 hours maybe, planning out the perfect prison. I don't know if it is the perfect prison, maybe it is. We'll find out. Now I did give the map a test run. I did a Twitch broadcast a couple of nights ago and I played for 6 hours solid, and in that time we didn't have a single death. There was no fighting, nobody was injured. It was all very calm and very sedate, and that was fine. It was good gameplay, but it was a little bit dull. So this time I'm going to spice things up a little bit, because this time I'm not going to play it in the most efficient way. We're just going to play it in a bit more of a risky, adventurous way, which means that I am going to take the prisoners that arrive in 24 hours time, whether I'm ready for them or not, and then every time we have prisoners, every time the holding cell is empty we will switch on the prisoners and we'll see what we get. Okay, now that means for the first few minutes here I'm going to be in a little bit of a panic while I get these guys building the absolute essentials, because if we don't have, there's a few things, if we don't have our holding cell built, if we don't have, our warden's office built, if the chief security hasn't got a place, there's so much that we've got to do within the next 24 hours of gameplay that I'm gonna be a little bit on edge for this first bit of play. Anyway, let's go. So first thing, let's get an office built for the warden, because I need that guy researching so quickly. Oh, actually I don't want it that way around. Let's turn the door around that way. There we go. Okay. We'll let some people up there do that. Now that tree is going to be in the way, so I'll let somebody dismantle that, and that tree will be in the way, so we'll let somebody dismantle that one. Okay, there's a few other trees here that will be in the way, but I don't want to distract too many of these workmen, because I need them up here working on these foundations as fast as their fat little legs can carry them. Alright, there goes one. So let's speed things up a little. What we can do, because they won't all work on one small foundation, we can get the others working on this foundation here Alright, how are we getting on up here? Very good. Right, so that's going to be an office. And in here we need a desk. Office desk, where are you? There it is. Okay. And we need a filing cabinet. And a chair. And we can recruit a warden, which means that we can get started on bureaucracy. The first thing I want is security. Okay. Desk, filing cabinet. Are you carrying a chair? No, you carrying a chair. He is. Okay, I'll get working on the next set of foundations here. Right, that's going to be another office. And we want another office desk. Let's see. And I think let's have this office desk that way around. Okay. Right, down here, I don't want these lights in this room. We'll never need to see what we're doing. So, in here I want the power station, and I want 2 capacitors there, and I want 2 capacitors there. Water pump station here. Okay, that'll keep a few of them busy for a while. Next office. Will be there. Office desk. So I think we'll have that one there with the filing cabinet here and a chair. Probably about there. Let's see, somebody can get rid of that tree. Now, let's see, now these guys are getting on nicely with this. Let's get the holding cell built. Okay. Rooms, and you are another office. And what are you waiting on? Your filing cabinet. And this is the 4th office, and the last one that we'll build just for the moment. Let's see. Maybe this one will have have it this way around. Okay. Right, so good. They've built the holding cell. Let's get some water piped to it. Here we've got showers and toilets. No, I'm not keen on having lights in doorways. Let's see. And we've got 16 hours left. Let's see, so I want drains across there. I want shower heads there. Toilets here. And benches there. Okay. Let's just remove the markings. And let's see how we get on. How are we doing? Reasonably well. We're nearly there, actually. Okay, so let's look at electricity then. So I'll want electricity to run across this top wall, and probably then down here. Across there. I'll tell you what then, we shall take it down here first. And that should be enough to provide the lighting that we need inside that wall, inside the holding cell. My preference is to build the utilities before we build the foundations on top. There's a couple of advantages to doing it that way round. One of which is that you can build foundations, you can build walls on top of power switches and water valves, but you can't retrofit power switches and water valves over walls. So it's always handy to get your utilities put in place first. Now just here, let's see. I want to put a power switch in before I forget about it, and it's right there. And that's going to feed the electricity into the laundry. It's not something that I need to be too worried about just yet. I certainly need to be worried about the holding cell. I don't want to be distracting the guys, but yeah, that's worth just putting in place. And while I'm thinking about it, I'm just going to drop another power switch right there. I think. Actually, no, it would be better if it was there. Let's cancel that one. Yeah, if we put a power switch in here. Right, put power switch in there. Just so it's away from the door. That should be just perfect. And then this row of markings here is for our security equipment. So if we find that we're overloading the power station, we'll be able to switch off the security equipment without losing the kitchen and the lighting. Okay, so I probably need to... Have I cancelled some cables around here? No, they're all fine. Good, good. Oh, there we go. Right, well, I'd best let them finish these pipes here. 10 hours until the prisoners arrive. And I really want to get this large area here that surrounds the holding cell built, so that we can just put a few more doors between the prisoners and the outside world when they arrive. It's far too easy for them to be able to escape. Okay. But before I can do that, I need to build this room here. Right, and we can start taking grants. Oh gosh, and that reminds me, I need to get this guy doing research. I need him researching deployment. I need to recruit a chief. I really should have done that some time ago. "8 hours. We're 2/3 of the way towards the first prisoners arriving. Okay. Now for this, I'll tell you what we can do. Storage. There it is. Let's just make sure we're labelled that as storage, and then I'm going to clear this area out because we're going to seal this off shortly. Okay, and then This is just a little bit tricky, but we should be okay. There we go, and we need 2 large jail doors. That one and this one. Okay, how are we doing up here? Fine. And we're nearly there. Okay, and that's all our foundations. So these guys now will just put some lights in and light this area up for us. And I think that's about where we're up to for this episode. So we are just a few hours off the first prisoners arriving, and we at least have a secure holding cell to hide them behind. Keep them out of harm's way. Right, I'll pause it there, and thank you for joining me for episode 1. We'll see how it goes. I think episode 2 could be a little more rambunctious, shall we say, as we see prisoners arriving and starting to get very upset that I haven't even built a canteen for them yet. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.